I hope you did a dramatic zoom in on that.
Yeah, right? Our nose is tied. No, that was my lip.
Please give it up for your host.
Look up in the sky. It's a bird, it's a plane. And right here in the kitchen, it's the flavor train. Welcome back, ladies and gents. Got a live audience here tonight. How y'all doing? Coming at y'all from the YumCrunch kitchen. Tonight, you're in for a treat. We are not only gonna be cooking up delicious meats, we're gonna be doing it with a man that I've talked about meat with before many a times. This man right here is a stand-up comedian, but you may know him for lugging around his big-ass smoker and serving up delicious meats. Dave Williamson, make your way on down to the stage. You may know him as
Oh man.
Meet Dave in the building. And he's looking pretty and pink as well. Welcome on out, my friend. How you doing today?
I wore my best black t-shirt for you, Chuck.
I like it.
And I brought you a gift, buddy. I know I told you before I was gonna send one to you, and I'm cheap. I don't pay postage. I knew I'd see you sooner or later. This is my all-purpose seasoning and rub. I want you to have it.
Ooh, flavor packing, never lacking. And I'm a sucker for a gift. To my wife, I'm not coming home. I found a new love. I'm sorry, baby. I'm gonna get right into it. You're a meat guy, I'm a meat guy. Tonight, we're making a rack of lamb. It's my jam. I know you're a rack of lamb fan as well, correct?
I am. I love rack of lamb because it's super simple, and like my family loves it. If guests come over, they think that you like did something super fancy, but it's actually really easy.
It really is really simple, really easy. I think something about meat on a stick is just fancy and appetizing. People like that type of
Yeah,
thing.
anytime you could hold it while you eat it with like God's natural handle, you know?
God's handles.
yeah.
I'm gonna trademark that. He said it, I'm trademarking it.
Do it.
So we're gonna go ahead and get right to this. I'm gonna actually have you help me out doing this if you want.
Yes.
We're gonna season up this rack of lamb here.
I see you have a nice French cut on there. How deep do you like your Frenching?
I like to go as deep as I possibly can, don't you? Right?
I hope you did a dramatic zoom in on that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
But no, he is correct. This is a French bone. What that means is instead of the fat and the cap going all the way back, some of that meat has been peeled off. You're revealing that sexy bone to reveal God's handle, as he so eloquently put it. For seasoning here, I don't know how you normally season yours, but I know you brought me this tasty rub, so we're gonna elevate our natural spice
do it.
mixture.
Do a
We'll
layer
top it
of the
off
meat
with that.
Dave.
So, do you mind hitting it with this rub mixture I made here? And then
I
I'll
got
use
you.
your rub if you could. We'll
Yeah.
use each other's rub.
Do you want to go, you're gonna go any olive oil or binder,
Yes,
or just
if
hit
you
it straight?
please. A little bit of olive oil as a binder, if you don't mind.
We got you.
For those that don't know, a binder is a term in the cooking and barbecue world to help your seasoning stick to the meats or whatever it is you're making.
So I'm gonna go this hand so I can use this
Perfect.
hand. Okay.
He's dropping knowledge on y'all folks too as well. Have a clean hand and a working hand.
I'm just trying not to look stupid.
That's my job. So go ahead, I know the story, but for those that don't, you have a really interesting career. You're a stand-up comedian, but you're also, I would say, a barbecue pro. How did that happen? How did that come about?
I feel very hesitant to call myself a barbecue pro just because there's so many guys out there who really devote their life to it. And for me, it was a hobby. But I'm not afraid anymore to call myself a pitmaster. I know that I've put in the hours and that it's
100%.
such a passion and people look at me that way. I've earned a reputation. So, you know, at some point you have to just listen to the people, right?
I would say exactly.
But honestly, it's just that I loved eating good barbecue. It all came from traditional barbecue. I'd go on the road, I'd go to Texas, and I'd eat this amazing barbecue, and I would get mad that I'd come back home and there was nowhere I could get it. So I just got mad one day and I told my wife, I'm teaching myself! And I went to Home Depot and I bought a terrible smoker, and I just did trial and error forever.
We're gonna go ahead and top this off with his AP rub.
We'll go that, we'll go
Little
here,
bit of
we'll go
heat.
here, and then we'll go a little layer on top.
And this is called layering the flavor and doing it major. So one of the things I tell people at home, if you have two rubs in your cabinet, you don't know which one you want, you don't know which one to use, mix them both together. Get freaky like tashiki on a Friday night and do what's gonna make you happy. So once this is seasoned up here, we're gonna go ahead and we're going right into the skillet. I know as a barbecue guy,
So-
how do you normally cook your rack of lamb?
So it looks like what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go sear first, and then we're gonna pop it in the oven, I'm guessing?
Correct.
So normally I would throw mine in the smoker and go reverse sear. So I go until about maybe 120 to 130 internal temp, and then I throw it in a hot cast iron skillet or on a fire and get it up to about 135, 140.
the classic method. That's one of my ways to do it. Today, however, we're switching it up. We're in Wacky Wild Wonderland. We're doing the opposite of that. I'll throw one down if you don't want. Before we put them in the pan, perhaps we could touch our tips together, if you don't mind.
Cheers.
Ooh, I like that. Go ahead and throw that in there. We're starting fat side down. You want to render out that fat. We can rinse our hands back here if you need to. And as this is sexy and sizzling, what we're looking for is to build up that beautiful Maillard reaction. We want a gorgeous crest, but we don't want it to burn because it will finish in the oven.
This is really fitting because, you know, I'm known as the lamb of comedy.
Are you really? Yeah. I did not know that.
I don't think it's a compliment.
I'm gonna go ahead and rinse my fingertips real quick.
Okay, I'm gonna rinse my fingertips interlocked with yours. There's been a lot of flirting going on. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not.
I will say that it's not just a scenario. At barbecue competitions or even hanging out with the barbecue buddies.
There's a lot of bromance and sexual innuendo.
There's a lot of times my wife's like, should I leave? You guys good? Having a moment? It's like, hey, we're just playing with each other's meat. What's the big deal, you know? So.
We're just rubbing butts. Everyone always thinks they're the first one to come up with the barbecue puns.
No.
It's like, there's 1,000 t-shirts that say, beat my meat, or whatever it is, you know?
Exactly, or put my meat in your mouth.
Yeah,
you want my meat in your buns. I can keep going on if you like.
Rub my butt,
exactly,
nice rack.
Exactly, yeah. So beyond the stand-up comedy, which you do, and the barbecue, you've kind of had a separate career, I guess you would say, doing both, but you have incorporated them, correct?
Barbecue and comedy?
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Totally unintentionally. But my comedy is a lot about what's going on in my real life, which is I'm a dad. I'm a dude in my 40s who likes drinking beers and hanging out with other dads. So barbecue kind of fits in the branding, you know?
Wait, barbecue, dad, beer. Did we just become best friends?
Yeah. Maybe throw a little bourbon on there.
Yeah, there we go. Cocktails, anybody? And for those at home, I'm cooking the sides now. Sear every side. Do not leave anything uncooked. In your travels, is there anywhere you've been that surprised you with the cuisine? Anywhere that let you down?
Well, I'll tell you this. I think that a lot of the rest of the country has caught up with the traditional barbecue cities. Because back in the day, you had to go to Kansas City, Memphis, Texas, North Carolina, all the places that people talk about. But, you know, with YouTube and, more accessible smokers to the layman and just, social media, the word has spread and people have honed their crafts. And I also think, just like comedy, actually, barbecue pros are not stingy with their knowledge anymore. They're happy to share. They realize there's enough to go around.
And then similar to, kind of learning, you talk about the process of becoming a pitmaster and learning. Is it similar to becoming a stand-up comedian? Do you think if I was to say, hey, you know what? I think I'm funny. I'm making the audience laugh and they like me. Do you think 6 years from now I could be on stage next to you telling dick jokes?
Chuck, I think you can do whatever you put your heart to, buddy. But I think if I was doing my act that's mostly about my family and you were next to me telling a dick joke, that might be a little awkward.
Or maybe that's the dichotomy people want, you know?
Yeah, it's a two-man show.
As you can see here, our crust, all sides looking sexy like Lexi. That's what we want. We don't want this to be overly dark. From here, the process is simple. Into the oven it goes. Can I put you to work, good sir?
Yeah, you want me to throw it in the oven?
Do you mind? Please, go ahead, throw that in the oven there.
All right,
We're gonna go ahead and get this in the oven 350 degrees till it's done cooking all the way through. We got our rack and lamb in the oven. I see you've got some refreshments over here, good sir.
The fridge was right next to the oven, so I went ahead and
just helped yourself into my
refrigerator. I opened it up and they were in there, buddy.
If you're gonna help yourself into my fridge, you better come out with a tasty beverage. So
cheers, buddy.
Cheers, pop that pinky, take a drink here. Ooh, now we're cooking, folks. Now we are cooking.
Now this feels like a bro hang.
Yes, it does. So while our rack of lamb is in the oven getting all sexy, succulent, and juicy, we wanna make something to elevate it and celebrate it. Are you familiar with chimichurri?
Oh, man, am I?
How could you not be, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna make a beautiful chimichurri today. What goes well with lamb? Mince. We've got a mint chimney, kicking it up a little bit. I'm not a huge parsley fan, so I cut that with a little cilantro. We're gonna make a taste your creation over here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you chop up this cilantro here. I'll go ahead and take care of the parsley.
You got it. I'm gonna go ahead and put my beer right here. Does this show have sponsors yet?
That's what they're saying. They're trying to get one though, so go ahead and plug them away.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let me chop this parsley. I'll do it better after a sip of 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗦𝗦. The first plug is free. That's all you get.
And that's how you cut a promo. Here we have some mint, just a little pinch of mint. Mint is strong. We don't want to overdo it there.
Okay.
And then we're actually going to chop this together just to save time here. And
Bada
again,
bing.
I can go ahead and handle that if you're not up to the task.
I'm gonna start it and then you're gonna come in and finish it, and then they can edit it and make it look like I did the whole thing.
Absolutely. And his next
I'm giving them a
his
cutaway.
stand-up special, he's gonna tell the setups to all the jokes, and this big black guy's gonna come in and tell the punchlines, you know. I think we're onto something with that.
I scratch your back, you scratch mine.
So here we've got our herbs chopped up. We're gonna throw in the red pepper flake as well. We've got mint, cilantro, parsley. Now it's time to build the chimney. There's some garlic over there as well.
I got you.
Pass me that,
Yep.
sir. Go ahead and dump that off in there.
All right, here we go.
Garlic is one of those things I don't ever believe there's too much. I'm adopted Italian. When I make a chimichurri, if Dracula kicks down that door, he's fucking dead, all right? We got a bunch of garlic up in here. Ain't nobody going home sick tonight. So, to that, a little bit of red wine vinegar and pre-made rubs, as you saw, we added that to this. If you don't know what you're doing in the kitchen, you're not confident, or you just don't have time, there's nothing wrong with buying a pre-made chimney, pre-made rubs. They exist for a reason. He's got his own, and he's a pitmaster. So don't ever be intimidated to go out and buy and try a new product.
Yeah. And sometimes I even just use it as a base. So like mine, for example, if I'm gonna put it on a brisket or a rib, something with a lot of surface area, I'll do 80% kosher salt and coarse pepper, and then I'll just go like 20% this and mix it all up. And I'll do that with a lot of my favorite rubs. Like
Exactly.
I'll kind of mad scientist and mix them together.
So when I assemble it, I'm a big taste test guy.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna assign you. Did Arnold Schwarzenegger just walk in? Yeah.
Taste test.
Go on, do it.
Yeah,
Put
yeah.
some in there, season it.
All right.
All right, little pepper. I'm gonna throw in some salt, and then it's up to you to taste.
Oh, I thought we were gonna do it together. Which side of the spoon?
I was gonna say we can share a spoon if you want to.
Yeah.
When it comes to chimichurri, I truly believe there is not a recipe. You need to taste it, adjust every single time.
That was pretty good. You want that side?
Oh yeah.
Same time?
Oh yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I just got a mustache ride.
Our nose is touched.
No, that was my lip. That was my lip. That was definitely my lip.
Hey, all this flirting had to go somewhere,
Yeah,
right?
Ooh, we hot damn. Look at that lamb.
That smells good, I'll tell you that.
It does.
Man.
And it looks luxurious. Something about meat on a bone, drip dropping with juices like that. I could go in right now. You
Yeah.
ever seen two men look at meat like this before?
If you thought the chimichurri bite was sexy, wait till you see this.
So we're gonna go ahead and just rest this lamb. Why? If you let something rest on a flat surface, it does have the potential to steam at the bottom. So go ahead and let it rest, let those juices sit and absorb.
So generally in a perfect world, when you're not shooting a TV show, how long would you let a rack of lamb rest for?
Cooking it this method, coming out of the oven, I would let it rest at least 8 minutes. Preferably, I'd probably
Yeah.
go like 12 to 15 if I'm being honest. One thing about resting your meat, you want that perfect color on the inside. If you ever slice your meat and think, oh, it looks gray, and then you notice that it sits, what's happening is those juices are being reabsorbed. So if your meat is gray, but it's cooked to temperature, you've likely cut it too soon. Here we are. Do you want to hold one of these too? That money shot, you know. It's the moment of truth. The absolute moment of truth. I say the moment of truth, and I don't know about you, how you feel, but as someone that barbecues, you can put that down unless you want to keep it.
No, I just want to hold it
Yeah,
awkwardly like
please.
this.
But, and maybe it's like stand-up comedy too, but
Yeah.
every time our barbecue cook or grill, I'm terrified.
Oh, man, can I tell you before you slice this? I've done thousands of cooks at this point, and every single time, right before I cook, I'm worried it's gonna be like that National Lampoon Christmas Vacation,
God.
where the turkey just goes,
And that's what I'm afraid of. So I would say pray to the barbecue gods, pray to the food gods, may it be juicy and moist, and may the people enjoy.
God's handle.
And that cut going down. Oh my God. Pick that up on camera, baby.
Oh, I'm going all through cameras.
That right
Camera
there,
one,
juicy
camera
like
two,
Lucy.
camera three.
Woo, drip dropping on them, baby.
Man.
Go ahead, cut through that other rack, brother.
All
Enjoy
right,
the
got
fruits of
you.
your labor.
Ooh. All right, let's.
Is this the arrangement you were talking about? Give the family a show.
Yeah. This is,
Presentation is everything, right?
where my kids are going, can we eat? And I go, Dad's got an Instagram.
As he should. People don't realize you eat with your eyes. And at this point, what you say is, gimme some of that chimney. Go ahead and just drizzle it over the top. And that right there is a spread fit for a steakhouse. Lay that down. Put your meat on the table with some pride. Ooh, close your mouth and open wide. Oh, man.
All right, you grab one, I grab one.
All right,
Here
yes,
we go.
sir. I'm going to take that end one here.
I'm gonna take this. All right, cheers, buddy.
Cheers, my man. Oh,
Lord.
We did it. There is people sitting out there. You see that? And what I'm thinking is, I could throw you on my back, You could put those in your pocket. We just get the hell out of here.
Let's go. Let's go.
No, audience, as much fun as we have, we gotta share in the fun. Come up here, get a taste, and enjoy with your boys. You guys want plates individually? You just want to eat like
Just
you
grab
did?
it with your hands.
Grab a
Come
bone.
Just grab one.
Go on, get in there. Put that meat in your mouth. Flavor packing, never lacking. Pinky popping, party cracking.
Who do I get to do the last one?
Go ahead, hit him off. Like a whistle. Hey. Check out YumCrunch. Thank you all. I hope you enjoyed. And give it up one more time for Dave for coming out and bringing it home for us today.
Hey. I love you, Chuck.
I love you, brother man. And since there's one left, I might take this for myself as well.